For many, the holiday season brings joy, but for Susan Collins, it has been a bit of a struggle. Earlier this year, she was diagnosed with breast cancer, and just recently, she was laid off from her job of 7 years. But today, we're hoping to bring some sparkle back into her life. Joining me now is plastic and reconstructive surgeon, Dr. Beth Collins. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you here again, Doctor.
Thank you.
So Susan was a former patient of yours, and when you heard her story, you really wanted to help.
Yeah, absolutely. She's still a patient of mine. We're working, she's going through a reconstructive process for breast cancer. And she came into my office the very day she went back to work, and like I said, I'm friends with my patients, and I could see something was wrong. I said, "What's the matter?" She had gone back to work that day, and they told her that they had made her job redundant, I guess.
Oh,
they took, it wasn't that she had 60 days. So there's not, you know, I think when you see people who are falling on a hard time in the community and you have something, anything that you could do to help, I was trying to think of anything I could do to help her out because she's a wonderful, wonderful girl. And so I figured, well, if she's got to go on interviews, let's just help her at least feel better. You know, she had just been through chemotherapy, so she had the hair loss associated with that, as well as the eyebrows and eyelashes. And so we worked on it a little bit and got her freshened up.
Very nice. And we had the opportunity to meet with Susan, so we have a little bit of her story, so take a listen.
So in March of this year, I found a lump. So I called the doctor and I did all my tests and it came up positive for cancer. I have 3 children. I have 2 daughters and a son, and they lost their father a year before my diagnosis, so I knew that would be the toughest for them. When I first found out, I thought I'd have surgery and be done, and then I realized I had to do chemotherapy. And then right when my chemo was ending, I didn't realize until then that I was going to have to do radiation. I left work in May, the day before surgery, so I took a leave of absence, medical leave of absence, and I tried to return to work it was for second week in November. And I was back to work for a day, and my boss called and said I had been surplused. It was still scary having to look for a new job while I'm in treatment still. You know, sometimes, you know, I worry about appearance-wise with all the treatments I've been through, and I'm hoping to get a little positive energy out of this too, so.
All right, so Beth, we're going to go through a little bit of what you did. We're going to start with some Botox.
Yes. So my goal was to just give Susan a little bit of a freshened up, kind of, I don't know, more youthful. So Botox is an obvious way to do that. So here we are giving it to her in the office, a relatively painless procedure. And what that does is it just gets the eye a little bit more open, and I think it just gives you a less tired, more friendly look. She'd been through a lot with the chemotherapy, so this helped her out with that.
And it goes well with fillers. We've talked about that before.
Yes, absolutely. I think they definitely go hand in hand. So the obvious thing to do was to do the filler after, which you could see going on here. So the same thing with everybody, even with the aging process, but especially when you've gone through such a hard time, you do lose volume in your face. Weight loss comes quite often with chemotherapy and the things that Susan went through. So we just restored a little volume to her cheeks to just help get rid of the hollow and the circles under her eyes. And what it does is it helps you not look tired. When you're going into that job interview, the last thing you want to look is like you need a couple hours of sleep.
Right.
So,
so you also did a microdermabrasion.
Yes, we did. So that's just a obvious surface complexion thing. And usually my esthetician does this, but Susan, I gave the special consideration to. We just got that surface layer off in an effort to just get her skin a little bit more glowing.
Well, we have to see Susan, right?
I know.
Susan, come on down and give us a spin.
Yay,
you look fantastic.
She does.
And how do you feel, most importantly?
I do feel great.
You do?
Yes.
Well, the nice thing this morning is another friend of mine who's a wonderful, talented makeup artist, Janice Riccio, who works with Naomi Martinez Studios in Newington.
A little bit of
gave
makeup,
us some
right?
makeup today. Yeah, it was her gift to us. So and taught Susan a few tricks so that when she's actually going on these interviews, she'll know how to recreate this beautiful look.
Fantastic. And Susan, are you prepared for the interviews? Do you know what you're getting into?
Yes, I'm prepared. It's been a long time since I've been interviewing, but I am ready to get out there and start interviewing and look for a great job.
Good. And how's your health?
My health is good. I'm still doing radiation, but it's a few minutes every day, and I feel great. A little tired, but I do feel great, and everybody tells me I just look so great.
And that's half the battle, right?
Right.
When you're going through something like this, I would assume.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so funny because people look at me and they're like, "There's something different, but we're not quite sure what it is. But you just look so happy."
Well, there you go. And Susan, I'm going to ask you, what type of job are you looking for?
So I've been in sales for many years, and my past 11 years I've done sales in the wireless industry, mainly in applications. So I'm definitely interested in staying in sales, whether it's a direct sales position or overlay position, and I'm open to start selling different products or different solutions.
Well, we have a little bit of a surprise for you. Our friends from AR Mazzata sent over a gift certificate for career placement and some training. So you have that as well.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit goes a long way.
Absolutely.
Since you're
Thank
back
you so
in the
much.
job market, right?
Yes.
But you look fantastic. And what do you think, Dr. Collins? Are you pleased with results?
Yes, very, very much so. So I'm looking forward to seeing great things happen for Susan.
Very nice. Well, if you'd like more information, or if you'd like to visit Dr. Beth Collins, your office is located
in Guilford, 2614 Boston Post Road, and
Pretty
on
good.
BethCollinsMD.com.
And you could see it right there on your screen, or call 203-689-5295. Susan, best of luck to you.
Thank
You
you.
look fantastic, and thanks to you for being here, Dr. Collins.
Thank you.